10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kendrick. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On third down, McClendon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly, with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McClendon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chase Young in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 1st down, Kendrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep. His first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Prescott now. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Davis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. We're scoreless after 1. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. James has got it. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, McClendon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. McClendon, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is taken in by Rodgers. Touchdown, Washington. Armani Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. 46. Kill.
47. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The second quarter score from KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Kendrick. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kendrick. He finds his man. Complete. That's James. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you are inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Kendrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that has declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Taken in at the 22. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers, a turnover on the left. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, Kendrick. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Kendrick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and throw for it here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Prescott to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Prescott to throw on fourth. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. 47.
From the 41, Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on
score.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. McClendon, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And credit to tackle to Percy Butler.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 4th down, Kendrick. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. Room here to run. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans.